Next, I'd like to introduce Wendy Young, the president of Kids in Need of Defense, to the podium. Wendy and KIND are doing great work. I've spoken with many of the lawyers who provide volunteer legal services, and the advocacy that they do for unaccompanied migrant children. If they weren't there, these children would be left with very little going for them. Wendy, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. And I would like to thank Senators Hirono, Merkley, and Cortez Masto for their incredible leadership on such a critical set of issues. Just yesterday, there was widespread reporting that children arriving alone or with families make up the vast majority of arrivals at our southern border now. These children are fleeing unimaginable violence and are in desperate need of protection. As the president of KIND, an organization dedicated to providing quality pro bono legal representation to unaccompanied children, I know firsthand how important it is for our immigration enforcement and justice systems to be modernized and equipped to properly address this vulnerable population. Right now, less than half of the unaccompanied children in deportation proceedings have an attorney by their side. And as the senator mentioned, this includes toddlers, 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. I've seen a 5-year-old in court myself, clutching a doll, appearing before an immigration judge. And they're expected to be able to prove that they have a well-founded fear of persecution on account of race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion. Imagine asking a 5-year-old to do that. Just in the past few months, we have seen children die in Border Patrol custody. We've seen children with strong protection claims give up their cases because they could not find an attorney to help them fight their case. We see children continuing to be separated from their parents to this day. The bills being introduced today will ensure that children are treated properly while in federal custody, the senseless family separations will stop, and that children will have a fair opportunity to tell their story and ask for protection from the United States. All three bills together will go a very long way to make the system more efficient, creating a more seamless safety net for these vulnerable kids, and ensuring that we fulfill our obligation to protect children coming to us looking for help. The Fair Day in Court for Kids Act would provide legal representation for all unaccompanied immigrant children during their proceedings. Among other things, the bill would require the government to provide legal counsel to these kids, inform the children of their right to counsel, and ensure that children who are in detention in a government facility have access to legal representation. The Child Trafficking Victims Protection and Welfare Act would help ensure that children in CBP custody at the border receive proper care based on the expertise of child welfare and health professionals, also receive access to legal services, and remain in safe and sanitary conditions. The Immigration Court Reform Act would ensure that our immigration judges, the vast majority of whom want to do the right thing in their courtrooms, have the time to fully and fairly consider the cases before them to reach an objective decision in the best interests of the children. I will end and close by saying thank you again to the senators for their incredible vision and leadership on these issues. KIND stands in strong support of these bills. We hope that Congress will see that these are practical, pragmatic, solution-oriented pieces of legislation and move quickly to enact them. Thank you.